What is up, everyone, and welcome to the Sudsies guest and the first episode. We are gonna be with Chase Barker. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty alright. How about you?
Pretty good right now. Um, so we are gonna start things off by first of all, do you need to plug anything of your social media or anything like that?
Well, check out my YouTube, Kane Patey, Kanephey. That's my
Right,
real
right.
name. So,
Alright. So before we start this, do you want me to call you by your real name or Chase Barker?
that's completely up to you, my man.
Alright, so the first question we're gonna have to ask you is how did you get into wrestling?
Well, it started at a young age. I watched wrestling all my life. My dad was into it when I was first born, and he still is. We sit down and we watch it. When I'm in my city, I'm always watching it with him. So we're doing that. So that's fun. I've been into it since I was when I can really remember. I've been into it since I was like 2 years old.
Right. Alright, so anything else you need to add on to that?
No, not really.
Alright, so as a whole, what did Chase Barker look like back when you first made him, and what was your whole idea for the gimmick and whatnot?
Well, the gimmick is pretty much the same as it was back then. He's a hardcore superstar. He likes flying off things. He likes chairs, ladders, tables, anything of that sort that can deal some damage. But back then he was more like short-haired and stubbled, as now he's more like got a beard and long hair. And he's more aggressive than he was back then. Back then he was more like a soft hardcore, as to now where he's like beating you down brutally. Only like he will make you bleed type things, because at this point he realizes that the only way he's gonna make it is to take the superstars that are gonna take his spotlight out.
Right, okay, so he's more like a modern day hardcore ECW type superstar.
Yeah, that's what yeah.
Alright. So, do you have a description of, uh, no, you already said that. I'm sorry, I'm not in the right mindset today.
It's alright, man. First
Anyways,
podcast, always nerve-wracking.
moving on from that terrible botch, how do you think Chase would be in the future? As of now, he's more of a brawler, grappler. What will
Yeah,
he
well,
be like later on?
I think like the hardcore will always stay with him. It may like fade away, and I'm not trying to reference anything. It may fade away, like not so much hardcore. He may like become more technical. I don't know at this point. Like he may become like the I'm good with submissions now. You know that from firsthand
Right,
experience.
yeah.
But like I think that could come into play with his character a little bit. Like he's gonna be doing submissions out of the blue, stuff like that.
Right. Anything else you need to add?
Not really about that. No.
Alright, so, before we get into the more personal stuff, uh, do you have any interesting stories from any promotions, whatever they are?
I do, from a company I worked with for about 3 years. XCW, Extreme Compound Wrestling. They don't have any social media, anything like that. They don't have like any personal things like that. But it was a hardcore match, 2 out of 3 falls, and it was between me and one of my friends, and like we went at it head to head. We were in a rivalry at this point for the XCW Dragon Championship. The match was really hardcore. There was blood and stuff like that. I handcuffed them to the rope. So I was beating his head with like a chair while he was handcuffed there. I unhandcuffed him. And I got a fall. But the craziest thing from that match was when I took the ladder that we had and I put it against the shed. I climbed up on top of the shed where my friend was like lit on top of a table on the bottom, and I jumped off the shed doing a splash, and we went through the table.
God.
It was also falls count anywhere, and I injured my ribs, and it hurt obviously. And from that, he ended up um, hitting his finisher, which was a lifting spike DDT, which hurts, and he got the pin. So the match was evened out, and I remember he went for a chair shot, and I ended up hitting the World's End, which he's on his knees, and I run, and I do like a bro kick, but instead of kicking, I knee him.
Right.
That was
So,
my old finish, what I actually brought back a little bit ago. It was my old finisher back in the day, and I just brought it back because of how I realized how effective it was. And I remember when I pinned him, I whispered in his, because it's my first ever title shot in the company, and I just whispered to him, "Thank you, man," as it hit 3.
right. So, how many guys were in this promotion?
Well, for the first little while, there was 6 of us, and we would do hardcore matches. But before I left the company, do some work problems and stuff like that, and I need to go out because I got injured, and my contract expired while I was out on injury. We stopped with 143 superstars and 50 women.
Wow, that you already answered all the questions I was going to ask about a women's division. So, are they still going now, or have they ended?
Well, yeah, they still go. Some superstars have left because they were unhappy with the position, some things like that. But like,
Right.
place is still going strong. I am definitely thinking about making some more appearances. There isn't any recordings, anything like that. It's just a local show we do for some friends and family who want to watch for some entertainment, you know?
Right. So, have they ever thought about doing a show for like YouTube or anything like that?
They have, but the promoter wants to wait because a lot of this, it's mainly a training ground for rookies at this point. We do matches, stuff like that. But we also have like like Head to Day has NXT. We have that. And they called me out and they were like, "Do you want to come in and do some training with some superstars and stuff?" They want us to know if we want to come in and do that. Me to come in and train some superstars after my summer break. Summer break is over. They want me to come in and train some superstars and help with that.
Right. That sounds amazing, dude. Anyways, anything
Which
else?
I'm definitely up for.
Any other questions that you want me to ask? Anything else that you need to add about any stories?
Like, shout out to my boys over there. Like, although they don't have any social media, shout out to them. They like have so much respect for me after all they've done. They brought me in when I was like never able to do anything because I had no one to do anything with, and they actually brought me in, got me gear. They actually got me back then. The things were too small and I had to sell them, but I had kick pads and stuff like that for.
Right. So they seem like a bunch of great dudes. From what I've heard. So, any other stories from any other promotions?
Well, I'm looking to debut in a show that I've been in talks with the founder of it for a what's it called? A debut. That's what the word I was looking for. A debut in the show. It's called CCW. I've been wrestling with friends from that promotion, and they're looking to kind of like bring me in. I think they told me they were gonna talk to the guy about it and stuff.
Right. So they do. Do they have like a YouTube channel for this, or?
Well, like I don't know. I don't think I can talk to them about it. And if so, if I'm ever on another episode, which I would be totally up for, I will like tell you about it.
Right. Of course. Um. So anyways, are you ready for some personal questions?
Yeah, up for that. You sound like you're cringing really hard.
I'm not. It's just, I'm not feeling the best right now, but the show must go on. Um, anyways, uh, do you want me to ask you some personal questions, or do you just want to talk about your life?
You can ask questions, my man.
Alright, so, hang on, let me type this in chat for you to make sure that it's okay to ask. Um, Meanwhile, you guys, if you haven't already, go subscribe to Chase Barker. His channel will be down in the description below. Yeah. As we wait for Chase to give me the heads up.
You can questions, my man. Just hit, spit, shoot, cowboy, shoot.
So I can ask?
Totally not a reference to CW. You can ask whatever.
Alright, so, do you have any, like, family members or people that you love that disagree with what you are doing with the whole wrestling thing?
No, I have people who worry, but no one they all support me. There's a few that said maybe you shouldn't do it, but they never really hated or anything on me like that, you know? It's mainly just they're always worried.
Right. So, are there any that, you know, any people that have actually asked, like family members that have asked you to help them train to become a wrestler or any stuff like that?
Well, kind of. I have a little baby brother who always is like, do you want to wrestle? Like, he's only 4. And he likes to wrestle and play around, but I'm actually kind of like training him in a sense too. And I have cousins who are like that too. They want to get trained. So yeah, I do have some family who want to.
Right, so I guess it runs in the family.
Yeah, mainly they didn't want to do it till I ended up bringing that too. But yeah, they all watched it, started watching it, and kind of got into it. And they wanted me to train them a little bit, get them started.
Right. So, as I'm trying to think of a question here, do you want to say anything to the viewers or anything in general?
Yeah. Booking, man, come on. WWE, Samoa should have won. Come on, man. Samoa Joe all the way. Come on.
Alright. So, anyways, as the time this was recorded, this was like 2 days after Great Balls of Fire, which was not that bad in my opinion.
It wasn't bad. The name made it cringy, but you know.
I didn't think it was all that bad.
The name wasn't bad, but the way I saw it interpreted on YouTube made me cringe about the name every time I heard it, but you know.
Right. So, moving on, before I ask you the next question, do you want to shout any friends, fellow wrestlers out? Anyone?
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out my my boy, 264 Wow. He's been one of my best friends for years now, along with you, but he's
Right.
been one of my best friends. So I just want to shout him out. Maybe he'll end up on a podcast. I don't know, but that's one of my brothers over there.
Right. Anyways, if you guys did not know, 264 Wow is Ryan Nikita, Jason Stone. Both of those are the same exact person. Let me know if you want to see him in a future episode, because I'm pretty sure he'll be down to do one, and I am definitely up for it. But right now, we're going back into the personal questions here. Do you have any girlfriends, or what?
Yeah, I saw this question coming. Yeah, I do.
Hang on.
What is wrong with you, man? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I do. She's haven't really haven't really like talked to her all today. She's been busy. She's been like working. Like she's not like she's been helping out her family and stuff right now. So today
Right.
she's been pretty busy. But like yeah, I do have one. So it gave me, I guess, right.
Mm-hmm. So anyways, have you? Let's get into the more controversial topics here. Do you have any beef, as people say, or any bad relationships? I cannot speak today with people, anyone, fellow wrestler.
Well, yeah, like I had someone who was brother. Like he was my homie. He helped me through some hard times. I helped him, right? And
Yeah.
he goes and he tries to end my relationship with my girl. Like he blatantly just goes, he's cheating on you, and like that wasn't true. And at this point in time, I'm really pissed. Like at this point in time, I could say I hate him until I get a full-on apology. Right now, I hate him. So yes, I do have a bad relationship, kind of thing.
Right. So anything else that you want to add to your personal things? Anything that you think would be, appropriate for this podcast that you would like me to ask? Put it in the chat. A chat that we're in right now. Because
Like,
yeah, go on.
like there's nothing really I can think of. Like maybe like uh I don't know. Like maybe video games or something.
Right. So I found a question here. Excuse me. So anyways, we're going from real life back into some video games. How has Chase Burker evolved in the look over the years of video games? Has it been like what was the first game that you made him, and what was your favorite attire era from him?
I would have to say like the first game I made him in was SmackDown versus Raw 2006. So years ago. That's when I originally
Wow.
came up with him. And his thing, um, his like attire and things back then was like my favorite attire definitely would be his 2K17 attire. It's like how I kind of am in real life, and plus like it's the best in Creation Suite too.
Like so anyways, going a little bit off of the wrestling side of things. Any video games or anything that you're excited for that's coming out soon?
Yeah, definitely WWE 2K18. That's a game. I love wrestling games. Like besides that, I'm so hyped for Call of Duty World War II. Going back to where we started, like that's where I'm happy to be. Like in foots on the ground, not double jumps like that. Those are some games I'll play for.
Cool. Anything else in like movie wise or?
Yeah, you need to watch Suicide Squad.
I figured you were gonna say something around those lines. I haven't gotten a chance to watch it.
It's been out for like 3 years, man, or 2 years. You need to watch it.
Um. Anyways, once again, going back to the wrestling side of things, any this is gonna get embarrassing now. Any botches that you would like to talk about? Some really funny ones, some really dangerous ones, some really scary ones.
Yeah, I jumped. Also in XCW, I jumped off the shed and landed on my neck.
That doesn't sound too good.
It was a career-ending injury that I was lucky and was fine with because my friend took a lot of the impact when I jumped.
Anything else?
Not really per se in that like botch area. I haven't done too many botches luckily in my career so far.
Alright. So, any anything you're looking forward to wrestling wise? Like, any shows that you might be in?
Battleground, I'm ready for it because like at least I haven't seen a Pajama Prison match since the last Pajama Prison match, so I'm hyped for that a little bit. Um, I'm hyped for some indie shows, like a few of them, and I just want to get them watched. I don't really know the names. I just know that they're coming soon. Something I was really hyped about is the G1 special in America. That was good.
Right, I heard some good things about that.
It was I got my friend, like he um actually ended up going there live, so he was really lucky. I have a lot of lucky friends. He sent me some clips of like the Kenny Omega stuff like that, and I was like, wow, lucky.
Right. Um. So any upcoming shows or stuff that you're gonna be attending, wrestling wise, like you're gonna be in anything like that?
Well, I think I don't know if it'll be recorded, but I'm pretty sure, like I said, I'm gonna be appearing on CCW. I hope that gets uploaded, like recorded and uploaded on somewhere.
Right.
So something like that.
I go ahead.
Um, like maybe I'll talk to the XCW people and maybe they'll make a show and I'll appear on it. I have no idea.
I mean, if they do, let me know. And maybe I could get some of the guys on there. Who knows? Anything could happen. Anything else that you might be booked for?
Not that I know of, really.
Okay. Anyways, we have been in his thing for 22 minutes. Technically, it's been around 40 minutes because there was a recording that we messed up. I messed up earlier, but
Some have their mic on.
Anyways, gonna roast me on my own podcast.
Yeah, someone's too dumb to check if their mic's on, huh?
Anyways, so we're gonna have a little fun. We're not gonna, actually mean this. I hope. So if your name gets mentioned, it's just a little fun. I hope it is. Anyways, oh yeah, before we keep going on, anything that is said by the guests, that's on them. Do not come and target me or the show. We're here to let the guests feel welcome and let them speak their mind about anything and everything. Anyways, just had to get that out of the way. So, like I said, 2K17 Chase Barker, have you ever thought about doing anything else different with him? Have you had any weird gimmicks or stories about?
Well, there is on my shows where Chase was completely crazy and he actually teamed with Adrian Black, which everyone knows, or at least I know, is you. So we had a tag team on one of my shows, and that was pretty fun. You know this, and
Yeah.
that was fun. Illustrated Insanity, they went on. He had that gimmick. That may come back. I have no idea right yet. Considering I can't play games till like the end of summer, so I'm dead right now.
Okay, okay. Any other weird gimmicks that you had for Chase?
Yeah, he was in video games. He was like a good guy. He was like full on, like, how do you put it? Like,
Babyface.
yeah, like he was extreme babyface.
So, like, John Cena level?
Worse.
Oh my god.
And there wasn't even hardcore for the first little while.
Wow.
I'm never reliving that again.
Anyways, anything else that you would like to talk about?
Not on that subject.
Okay, well, anything else you would like to add about? Anything that you would like to talk about more for this podcast?
Yeah, and how bad you are with making sure your mic is on.
It is on, trust me.
If it isn't, I'm gonna kill you. Because you made me go through this twice. Which I'm fine with. But, really? You can't check that?
It's on, trust me.
I'm trusting you.
I'm sure you are.
Right? Not much really have left to add to that podcast. Do you have, like, anything, though? Like, that is popping into your head at all?
Not that I can remember or think of right now. But if we do have you on and I remember something after this, then maybe, anything else?
Maybe we can talk about some major injuries I had. I don't know.
Sure, go ahead. Any major injuries or, just like minor injuries where you had to like sit out for a day or...
Well, I've obviously had twisted feet where like I like limped for like 12 matches, but my most major injury, what I would have to say, was when I jumped off the shed and like landed on my arm, and my arm snapped back, and I was out of action for 4 months with a broken arm. So,
Ow,
like,
that
it
does
was
not
a
sound
minor
pleasant.
break, but that was like one of my major ones. My most major one was landing on my neck and having to stop wrestling for a month. And it was only major because I had the risk of being paralyzed and stuff like that.
Man, things that some wrestlers do.
Yeah, they put their, if you're a real wrestler, put your heart and soul into your career, the wrestling business.
Check him out on YouTube. His channel link will be down in the description below. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you in the next episode of this podcast.